Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. During the 2024 season, the Pittsburgh Steelers had high hopes of finding a long-term solution at quarterback with Russell Wilson. After returning from a calf injury, Wilson showed promise and appeared to be the key to the Steelers' success. However, as the season progressed, things took a turn for the worse. Over the final 5 games, Wilson and the offense struggled significantly, failing to maintain momentum. Despite his strong start, Wilson's performance faltered, and the Steelers ended up with another disappointing one-and-done trip to the postseason, leaving his future with the team uncertain. As the Steelers gear up for the 2025 season, the team is expected to stick with a veteran quarterback under center. Whether that means keeping Wilson or looking elsewhere, Pittsburgh's pursuit of an experienced signal caller seems all but inevitable. The team needs a reliable leader to guide them forward, and the options are wide open. If Wilson is not the man for the job, the Steelers may be eyeing other quarterbacks to fill the position, one of the potential candidates being Sam Darnold of the Minnesota Vikings. Darnold's career took an unexpected turn in 2024, and he quickly became one of the feel-good stories of the season. After a series of underwhelming years that saw his career in jeopardy, Darnold bounced back with a stellar performance. He completed 66.2% of his passes for 4,319 yards and 35 touchdowns, with just 12 interceptions. His efforts earned him a well-deserved spot in the Pro Bowl, signaling his return to form. However, his season came to a disappointing end, with struggles in the Vikings' final 2 games, including a poor performance in the critical Week 18 match against the Detroit Lions and a no-show in the wild card game against the Los Angeles Rams. These late-season struggles have undoubtedly affected Darnold's stock, raising doubts about whether he would be a significant upgrade over Wilson. While Darnold posted better overall numbers than Wilson during the season, he also had a superior supporting cast, which made it easier for him to succeed. The Steelers will likely weigh these factors heavily when considering whether Darnold is the right fit for their offense. The last thing Pittsburgh wants is to make a lateral move that doesn't bring substantial improvement. Another factor in the Steelers' decision-making process is Darnold's expected market value. If the Vikings don't bring him back, Darnold will likely demand a higher salary on the open market. The Steelers, always cautious with their salary cap, may not be eager to meet his price, especially given that they may not see him as a clear upgrade over Wilson. If Pittsburgh views him as only marginally better, they may opt to explore other avenues for acquiring a quarterback. The situation with Darnold is further complicated by the Vikings' plans for 2025. Minnesota may choose to retain him for another year, especially considering that J.J. McCarthy, their 2024 first-round pick, didn't play a single snap during his rookie campaign due to injury. The Vikings may want to keep Darnold around to provide stability until McCarthy is ready to take over the starting job. Another possibility is that the Vikings could use the franchise tag on Darnold, preventing him from hitting the open market altogether. If the Vikings do place the franchise tag on Darnold, the Steelers' pursuit of him would become even more complicated. The Steelers would either have to negotiate a trade or wait for Darnold to become a free agent in the future. Given the high price it would likely cost to bring him in via trade, Pittsburgh may ultimately decide that Darnold isn't worth the investment, especially if they feel his ceiling isn't high enough to justify the cost. While there are scenarios where Darnold could end up in Pittsburgh, it's far from guaranteed. The Steelers may decide to explore other options, either by retaining Wilson or bringing in another veteran quarterback who fits their needs. With a solid supporting cast and a window of opportunity to contend in 2025, Pittsburgh's choice at quarterback will be a key decision for their future success. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A shocking video has surfaced, sending waves through the NFL community. Minkah Fitzpatrick, the Pittsburgh Steelers star safety, is at the center of a brewing scandal, with reports suggesting that he may be facing a 1-year suspension for doping violations. The video, which was initially released without context, shows a heated conversation between Fitzpatrick and league officials, raising suspicions about potential performance-enhancing substances. Fans and experts are scrambling to uncover the full story, but the implications of this could have far-reaching consequences for both Fitzpatrick and the Steelers. Fitzpatrick's rise to NFL stardom has been nothing short of remarkable. Since being drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 2018 and later traded to the Steelers in 2019, his performances on the field have made him one of the most reliable safeties in the league. A key player in the Steelers' defensive lineup, Fitzpatrick earned his 5th Pro Bowl selection in 2024, solidifying his reputation as one of the elite athletes in the NFL. But now, this new doping allegation threatens to overshadow everything he has accomplished. The news of the suspension comes on the heels of a challenging season for Fitzpatrick. Although he bounced back in 2024 after struggling with injuries in 2023, the doping scandal has already placed a massive cloud over his impressive recovery. His absence from the field, should the suspension be confirmed, would leave a huge gap in the Steelers' defense, one that could severely impact their playoff aspirations. Fans are desperate for more details about how the league plans to handle the situation. As the investigation unfolds, questions are being raised about the integrity of the league's drug testing protocols and whether there could be more players involved in similar incidents. Some are even speculating that Fitzpatrick's case might just be the tip of the iceberg, as the NFL continues to grapple with issues surrounding doping and player health. For now, Fitzpatrick's future remains uncertain, and with every new piece of information, the pressure on him and the Steelers continues to mount. As the news spreads like wildfire, Steelers fans are left questioning what this means for the future of their beloved team. The Steelers have built a strong defensive identity around Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his potential suspension has left many worried about the team's ability to remain competitive. Will the defense still be able to function without its leader? Fans are eager to hear from their fellow supporters. How do they feel about this scandal? Is Fitzpatrick guilty, or is this just a misunderstanding? Some fans are calling for patience and understanding, believing that the investigation should be allowed to run its course before jumping to conclusions. They argue that Fitzpatrick has been a key player in the Steelers' defense for years, and one incident should not overshadow his entire career. However, others are less forgiving, feeling that if Fitzpatrick is found guilty, the integrity of the team and the league must be upheld. They're asking for accountability. Should the Steelers stand by their player, or is it time to move on? The divide within the fan base is palpable. While many are holding out hope that this is a false alarm, there are others who feel betrayed by the idea that one of their star players might have been using performance-enhancing substances. This type of scandal is not something fans want to see, especially after a season filled with ups and downs. The trust between the fans and the team has been shaken, and how the Steelers handle this situation could determine the tone for the rest of the season. One thing is clear: Pittsburgh Steelers fans are passionate, and this scandal has ignited intense debate. Whether they choose to rally behind Fitzpatrick or demand stricter penalties for doping violations, the voices of the fans will likely play a crucial role in how this saga unfolds. As the investigation continues, the world of Steelers football hangs in the balance, with the fanbase's support, or lack thereof, potentially making all the difference. In the coming days, fans and analysts alike will be glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting official statements from both the NFL and Fitzpatrick's representatives. Will the Steelers' star safety face the full wrath of the league, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Stay tuned, as this is one developing story you won't want to miss. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.